Hey, this is Dondre McIntyre. I know that you're here because you're sick and tired and you're fed up of your low conversion rates and you're ready to do something about this right now. I'm actually going to walk you through 4 elements of a high converting funnel. These elements my partners have actually used to scale 8 and 9 figure businesses. So you're going to want to listen up, right? I'm actually walking through this just in case you're not a good fit for us to work together. I still want to give you some free value that you can immediately implement in your business, and see your conversion rates turn around and increase, right? So before I do that, let me just walk you through, who I typically like to work with. So you're not a good fit for us to work together if you have low standards, low commitment, and low motivation to achieve your goals as soon as possible, right? My clients typically have visions bigger than most people can even imagine. They're completely obsessed with optimizing every single part of their business, and they're fully committed to breaking through every single barrier that's in the way of them accomplishing their goal. If that's not you, I'm sorry, I can't help you. But if that is you, let's just skip this video, click the button below, and claim the free consultation. And let's get started. Let's not waste any time. So the 4 elements of a high converting funnel, right? It's going to be the first one's going to be the above the fold. If you don't know what that is, it's actually the page that you first come onto when you first come onto a website, right? The next one's going to be the offer. The third one's going to be the avatar, the client avatar, and it's going to be the follow up system. The two most important ones, in my opinion, my two favorites, is going to be the above the fold, because a lot of people don't know that actually your biggest jumps in conversions actually come from above the fold. And the avatar, the client avatar, who are you actually speaking to? Those two right there are really going to be the most important. And I'm actually going to walk you through one of my past clients' funnel, an assessment, some notes from an assessment I'm going to be sent to her. What I noticed is that her headline, when we first come onto her page, the above the fold, is not strong enough to get people to scroll down, because that's really your biggest battle when people come onto your landing page, right? She says skip the struggle, but what is the struggle? What are the pain points that her clients are really struggling with that she can really use to grab their attention and really let them get them to pay attention, right? She should have a really strong video here as soon as they come on here, so that they can listen to some really cutting edge insights that they're not aware of, that they can be listening to while they scroll down and get sold on her landing page. That strategy alone is really going to really give you some really big jumps in conversion. So you're going to want to implement that. The second one is going to be the offer, right? I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because Alex Hormozi's really covered this in $100 million offers, and you're going to want to read that. He talks about the 4 elements: the dream outcome, the time delay, the likelihood of perceived outcome, and the perceived sacrifice and effort. Really aligning with that offer. Even if you've read it, you're going to want to go through it again and make sure that your offer aligns with that if your offer is not currently converting. And the last one is the follow-up system. I noticed that this tool here tells me that Erin doesn't currently have a system in place for following up with people that leave her website. If somebody does not resonate with your offer, they're going to go and find it somewhere else. So you're going to want to have a system in place that follows up with them with ongoing advertising on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, so that you can draw them back into your landing page and convert them. The other one's going to be the email. You're going to want to have a really strong incentive, to really get people to put in their email, right? You're going to want to really figure out what does your client avatar really want, and how can you offer that thing for free so that you can get their email and lower your costs and drive them back to your landing page. So those 4 things you're really going to want to implement, because like I said, those 4 elements are elements that my partners have used to scale 8-9 figure businesses. And actually, if you're a good fit for for us to work together, I actually want to walk through your whole conversion system and figure out all the places that you're leaving money on the table, all the weaknesses in your conversion system, and basically figure out a plan to turn those things around, turn your conversion around, and really get you the cash and the money that you deserve. People don't like to talk about money. People feel like oh man, you should basically give money to charity and do all these good things. Hey, the more money that you have, the more good things that you can do for your life and for your family's life and for people that you love. So click the link below. Let's get on a free consultation call, and let's actually walk through all the weaknesses in your business and actually come up with an execution plan to achieve your goal as soon as possible.